From awesome interviews to rad reviews, it's Hello Friends, an unofficial Yo Gabba Gabba podcast.
No, I'll do the intro.
No,
You put your guitar down. Put your guitar down. We can't even hear it. Okay, guys, 5,
Hello,
4,
friends, and welcome
3.
back to Hello, friends, and welcome back to Hello Friends, the unofficial Yo Gabba Gabba podcast. My name is Perry. Yes, the Perry, not the platypus. I hate that guy. Okay, and today, very fun stuff coming. Yep, we got.
Can
Zach.
I redo that?
Go nuts, buddy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Hello Friends.
The unofficial. I was gonna do it with you.
Unofficial Yo Gabba Gabba podcast.
Wait, okay. Me and Zach will do it together because we're both adults. 5, 4, 3,
Okay, fine.
3, 2, 1. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Hello Friends, the unofficial Yo Gabba Gabba podcast.
They put me in the timeout corner.
We put Harry in the timeout corner. Today we have a really special guest. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Micheal Hilliger. I'm a animator from Wisconsin originally, now in Los Angeles, and I was the lead animator for Yo Gabba Gabba Land on Apple TV+.
Super rad.
Bravo!
Super rad.
Guys, so today it's me, Perry. As you know, I'm in the timeout corner because Zach hates me. Say hi, Zach. Say it. Yeah, and then there's Craig, too. He's our manager. He's super awesome.
Hi, I'm Craig Cadet McMagnetic. I'm drinking Sunny D.
Yeah.
And
he
that's
doesn't like it.
Zach didn't get to properly introduce himself.
Yeah, he found.
If people don't know who we are by this,
it's their fault. It's their own fault, guys. Yeah. All right.
Perry, you may be in the timeout corner, but you still get to ask your signature.
My internet is so bad.
Bro.
My internet is so bad.
Perry.
Hi. Okay, I'm alive. Again. Shut up. Okay, so Michael, what is your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal?
That's a big question.
So Crave is pretty good. You know, the one that's kind of graham crackery on the outside and chocolate in the center.
Love it.
I feel like
I love Crave.
If I just need some energy, that's the one I go for. Can't go wrong with it.
All right.
I like it.
Isn't that the second Crave that we had?
No,
I feel like
that's the
someone
first that
said
I
Crave
remember.
before.
I don't remember any of them. I don't keep track. It's
I can't believe
think
it right
Aaron-
now, Perry.
Aaron said Life cereal, and then somebody else said Life too. I forgot. No idea.
Parker said like 10 cereals.
He made up a cereal, and it was bad.
Well, getting away from our BS, Michael, just starting us off
You
here.
said bad.
Okay, you've done much.
That's a lot.
Just starting us off here, what were your biggest inspirations and favorite cartoons growing up that have led into your career?
Oh, for sure. Well, I was definitely a Nickelodeon kid. And, you know, some of my all-time favorite shows, like Chalk Zone, is probably the all-time favorite with Rudy Taboody and Snap and the Magic Chalk. It's very imaginative, and it has lots of music, like Yo Gabba Gabba, SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents. Like, that whole era is what I was very excited about. I was actually born probably a little too early for the original Yo Gabba Gabba. I was a little bit more of a Blue's Clues generation, but I've come to appreciate it.
Good show.
We would hope so. You work on it now.
We like Chalk Zone. You know, I know a guy who likes Chalk Zone. Shout out Ethan.
Ooh, Ethan.
I love that guy.
Who Ethan?
He's cool. I don't think he watches the podcast.
But yeah, Nickelodeon, I feel like I looked up Michael here's portfolio just before we got started, actually, and I can definitely see that. It's so interesting how, I guess, like, childhood influences and stuff will definitely, like, shine through, even as an adult when you're working, like, professionally in the field.
No, you're totally
You know?
right. Lots of times when I make cartoons, I can't help but think, like, how would have Jimmy Neutron or Fairly Odd Parents done this? And I'll subtly copy them and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how you learn, by copying what you love, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Like we've copied plenty. We've copied plenty, you know.
Oh,
look at our
believe
logo.
us.
It's just, look at our logo. It's just Parker Jacobs drew. And we didn't steal it, guys. It's okay.
I'm basically just a knockoff copy of Mr. Bean, so
Yeah, like biologically, dude.
So your dad? You guys related?
Just so Michael, our friend, just in general, how did you kind of get started, like in your line of work, like animating and like storyboarding and stuff like that?
Oh, sure. So, I've known that I wanted to do cartoons my whole life. Like, I arrived to the first day of kindergarten with drawings to show my teacher. And throughout school, whenever there was an assignment that required drawing or there needed to be a class t-shirt done, I was always the person who did it. Whenever there was writing story, I would always go way over the page limit. And just whenever there was a creative outlet in primary school, I was always there, whether it was like band or music or theater. And, towards the end of high school, I was really going out of my way to start making these animated projects, and eventually went to college for it, and then was able to pivot into the actual industry. So you just find what you love and you chase it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, guys, you see me fiddling with my camera a little bit. I'm sorry, I didn't know the question.
Because you have terrible Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't know my question. Yeah.
So that's super rad, one may say. It's I don't know. It's just super inspiring, I guess, because I'm an artist and I was formerly gonna go into animating and stuff. No, I'm not, but it's super cool that that's still a thing that like people can do despite all the technological advancements kind of taking over. Which I'm glad there's still animators around.
We hate AI, guys. Don't.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
a single statement should suffice.
Okay, yeah. Zach, do you have anything to add on to that?
I mean, I was just gonna say, I feel like in many ways I can relate to it. Like, I'm not like getting into animation per se, but I am in college getting a film degree, and I've found many parallels in both worlds, like
For sure.
genre, character work, all that stuff. It's pretty much just the same thing, except a different way of developing it.
They share a lot of DNA.
Yeah, that's awesome, Zach.
Perry, take it away.
Right. So, who first approached you about working on Yo Gabba Gabba Land?
Right. So in college, I was just working my butt off trying to make all these animations and short films and stuff. And I was very unapologetic about showing them around to as many people as possible. And, where I went to school was an hour east of the Twin Cities, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minneapolis. And a few years before I arrived to college, that's where a studio called Puny was, and they were the people who made the animation for the Nick Jr. Yo Gabba Gabba. And about the time I arrived in town, Puny ceased to exist, but a lot of the people who had done Yo Gabba Gabba were still in the city, and there was some networking community events. And I was introduced to this guy who ran a studio called Womo, which took contracts for just 2D animation, whatever kind of storytelling people want to hire them out for. And, I just met them and became friends with them and shared my work and reached out to them whenever it was their birthday. And, so then there was a show called The Boys, which isn't a very adult show that they asked me.
Yeah,
they
The Seth
asked me
Rogen
to
one?
work on that. Is Seth Rogen in it?
I thought he was.
no,
I thought he worked on
There's
it.
probably 3 or 4 different boys shows.
Oh.
yeah.
More have been added since then. I've lost track. But they hired me for a test gig out of college, and doing animation is very complicated, and the software we use is called Toon Boom Harmony. And there's this very useful but scary tool called the Node Editor. And in particular on that project, there was a lot of stuff going on with the node editor. And I was one of 4 or so animators who were trying to make it work. And people in the sort of Slack group channels were like, hey, I'm having trouble with the node editor. And me being my first big industry job, I was like, oh yeah, I'll help you out with that. Let's just hop in a Zoom meeting and we'll talk about it. And afterwards, the leadership at Womo told me that they were very happy with that because they hadn't even asked me to help the other animators, and so they saw that I was just very determined and professional and hard worker, and they said, hey, we have this Apple TV Plus show that we can't talk about yet, but we think we might want you to be the lead animator for that. And I was like, hot dog. I was really excited to collaborate with them again. And once we were ready to hop on, they said it's a reboot of Yo Gabba Gabba. And then we hit the ground running and did a bunch of animation. I should also clarify, there's a lot of different departments that did different areas of the animation, and like some people were VFX artists that like kind of made the world look bigger and like put stuff in the background and kind of gave it that depth of focus thing. There's people who did the music videos and like the drawing segments and stuff. Very specifically, I was in charge of what we called the Gabamations, which is when there's live action footage and there's cartoons imposed on that. So like if there's birds flying through the sky and Broby's waving to the birds, I would set up the birds and stuff. Like I saw all the great stuff going on around me, but I should be clear that that's specifically what I was responsible for.
Awesome.
So this isn't on our document, but I feel like I just like need to ask, if you weren't, when they approached you, they didn't say it was a Yo Gabba Gabba like project. They just said they waited till you were like on board to say that.
Yeah, because it was in this weird zone where I think there was a press release, but they were still kind of trying to keep it quiet. And, you know, I think they wanted me to sign an NDA before they spilled the beans on what it was. So I actually, I agreed to do it before even knowing it was Yo Gabba Gabba. And they were just like, okay, time to watch the old Yo Gabba Gabba episodes and study up on it.
How stoked were you when you found out you were working on Yo Gabba Gabba? Like, I feel like that's such a weird thing to like be hit with. I don't know.
No, you're right. It was, I knew how influential of a show it was. And, you know, I remember going to Walmart because I was like, oh, there has to be Yo Gabba Gabba toys. And then I found out that they had been gone for a little while.
You mean like this one?
Oh, yeah.
I'll flex them.
New
Zach
Gabba
is over here
Gabba toys
flexing.
coming out. Yeah, so I really had to figure out what the show was. And it's funny because, you know, watching your first episode of Yo Gabba Gabba as an adult is kind of a trippy experience. And, you know, the first episode, it was very like, what am I watching? Like I have but then after a while I was like, okay, I get it. This is a very silly show that embraces how silly it is and has an air of dignity and doesn't apologize for being weird or anything like that. So I really dug it once I figured out what it was.
I feel like, because I feel like if they were like, hey, this is what you're working on, by the way, and I went and I like did like my research on it, and it was like Yo Gabba Gabba. I watched my first episode of Yo Gabba, I'm like, what the because like I have to work on this? That's so rad, dude.
What was the first episode you watched?
What was the first episode?
Yeah, what was that? I was gonna say.
You know, this was probably 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't totally recall. I think I just found one on YouTube. It didn't take me very long to see Party in My Tummy and the significance of that.
Based off memory, you said it was like they had done one press release and you had gotten in. Just from memory alone, that had to have been like mid-September of 21, because I remember that's when they first announced it.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, back when it was like 20 episodes total, now before it was like split in half. That's really interesting that it was that long ago.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear ya.
Second season. Sounds interesting.
So, yeah, you were the lead animator for the show, and like select ones you were just labeled as animator, but you were lead animator and you went into all that. But are there any pieces of animation that you worked on or assisted with that stand out to you?
Oh yeah, for sure. My absolute favorite that I always go back to is The Birds and I Wonder, because Parker Jacobs, who is the art director and I think was on this podcast previously,
twice.
Yeah, he had designed new birds. And the request was to have them floating in a circle around Broby. And I think a lot of the episodes we had to get it done really fast, but for whatever reason, we were given extra time on the I Wonder episode, and the idea was thrown out to me, like, what if the birds were actually like spinning around in 3D space, and they actually kind of had foreshortening and a little bit of volume and construction. So I really went to town and made these really complex, I think it was very complex, but it paid off so well. I think the birds spinning in I Wonder, I think looked very marvelous. And like whenever I meet other people who work on Yo Gabba Gabba and I need to explain very quickly what I did, I always cite the birds, and it gets immediately flagged as something they recognize. So yeah, and
they're good birds.
Hearing that Parker was very excited about that and really appreciated the birds was very heartwarming and like reassured that I had done my job well and such.
Yeah,
great. Dude.
I mean, I just remember when you first joined our Discord server, one of the very first things you sent us was that reel of the birds.
Yeah.
And I also noticed in like there are a lot of cool little details, especially in the I Wonder song. When Muno has his verse, there are these bugs flying around that are basically just women with butterfly wings.
Right. Yeah, I think that was actually lifted from the Nick Jr. show. I think it's the same asset.
Probably is.
Oh yeah.
Yo Gabba Gabba is so weird.
Because I didn't make that per se. Like I was given like when I first showed up, they gave me like a hard drive of like everything they found from the old show. And like I probably cleaned it up. Wait, no, what I did is that I took all the old animation was done in Flash, and I rebuilt that to work in Toon Boom Harmony so that it could be instantly dropped in modern software.
Yeah.
It's all coming back.
Perry.
Okay, hold on. I have to look at my questions.
Dude.
None of my questions, guys.
Write them down or something, dude.
Is it 6 or is it 5?
6.
6.
Okay.
Well, the suspense drags on.
Yep.
Oh my god, this dude.
I opened docs in my Discord chat. Don't laugh. Okay. Off guy. Sorry, it's a little rough. I know, but we're making it work. So, do you have a favorite moment from the show? Is that
like a favorite moment in the episodes or a favorite moment working on it?
OG series, new show, anything.
Doesn't matter.
I think I think what's interesting is that I was very, very close to the animations on the show, and I have all the dialogue from the animations burnt into my minds forever. But I didn't really get to see the show in its final form until it had shown up on Apple TV Plus. And there's a moment in the Make episode where all the characters are going around saying what they want to work on. And I think Broby wants to make a pizza and Tootie wants to make a go-kart, and Plex is like, I want to make my own industrial structure complete with electrical charge station and experimentation laboratory. And then the music
what a geek!
The music just stops, and everyone just stares blankly, and Broby's like, and I think that caught me off guard when I watched it, and I was like, wow, that's really funny.
Yep.
It's like that moment in Superhero where she says she wants to be like a flower superhero or something, and they're just like, that's great!
Do you have a favorite character?
I think they're all pretty great, honestly. I think I'm going to go with Broby because I have one special memory with him. So before the trailers had come out and everything, I was having conversations with some of my friends from high school, and I was like, hey, do you remember that old children's show, Yo Gabba Gabba? I was beating around the bush because I couldn't actually talk to them about it directly.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, I think I have a plush of one of the characters. And I was just like, ooh, can I have it? I want it really, really badly. I don't want it anymore. So then she ended up giving me a Broby plush, and the Broby plush sat on my desk while I made the show. And then after it was over, she was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yep.
Aw, that's awesome.
He's your animation buddy.
They were
animation Broby.
Man, this goes way back.
What?
But during college, I had a job producing corporate videos for small city government, and she was one of my coworkers, and we went to high school together.
Oh,
yeah. We're 2,000 miles apart,
awesome.
but we call every now and then.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your personal favorite Yo Gabba Gabba song?
Ooh, that's a good one. I You know, let me crack open Apple Music real quick just to scan the marvelous choices we have.
Yeah, 'cause
Truly.
you got to pick from the hundreds of songs they just put out.
Right.
I just can't wait.
You know, I think
Yeah.
I have a
I just
soft
can't wait
spot
for the
for
deluxe.
the. It's called Yo Gabba Gabba Land, which is kind of confusing distinctually as a
Yeah.
song, but
Yeah.
it's basically the song that says like we're back, and you know, besides being a really cool song because it's the return of Yo Gabba Gabba. I've been to a lot of the promo events where they promote the show in Los Angeles and stuff, and they're always blasting that song. And I'm always just like, I know the lyrics to the song and nobody else does yet. So it was like, I think that was like one of the first times in public where I heard the stuff being presented so that everyone could hear it, and that was very cool. So it wasn't a secret anymore.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Zach has a soft spot for "Is Something Wrong?" That one with Broby and Cammy. He loves that song.
Absolutely. Grow is such a good episode. I don't know how much of that one you remember. Like, if you have anything you remember, please jump in.
Yeah, I need to. I should like crack open Wikipedia or something because I'm trying to remember which episodes were season 1 and which episodes were season 2, so I don't spoil anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be a little careful.
The Yo Gabba I'm looking at the Yo Gabba Gabba episodes Wikipedia article, and it cuts off. It doesn't have the Apple TV Plus ones. How could
That
Wikipedia
sucks.
do this to us?
Craig, what did you say?
Is landed?
I was gonna say that you're a big spoiler fiend, Perry.
Sure am.
Yeah, I think that's a no.
There's a Yo Gabba Gabba wiki, like specifically a Yo Gabba Gabba wiki on fandom, where people just interact. They have the episodes listed over there. The episodes are Land, Make, Little, Air, Water, Me, Outside, Silly, Grow, and Wonder.
I'm trying to remember the content of Grow.
There's one where Broby grows hair over his face.
Broby has hair.
Broby has more hair.
Guys, why you think of that?
Oh,
Zach?
yeah.
I'm just gonna
I'm
say
glad
how
we
much
checked. I was thinking
I
of a
hate
different
Diet Coke. Wow, a different one.
So,
Somebody
oh,
say
did we
Diet
finish
Coke?
all our questions?
Is that it? What? I hate Diet Coke.
Diet
but I
Coke?
can't stop drinking it.
How did we get to
addictive.
Diet Coke?
It's so bad. but
Aspartame,
it's so good.
Perry. Aspartame.
What does that mean?
It's
What does that mean?
that Diet Coke is poison. Ricky Fitness said it. Wait, I need to ask.
Probably did. I don't.
Michael, are you big into the Aquabats?
Into the what?
The
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 Aquabats?
Aquabats.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if he doesn't know what that is.
Oh, the Aquabats. You know, I know of it because of its correlation to Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
That's my answer to that.
I love the
okay.
Aquabats.
Okay.
Fiends over here. We love the Aquabats.
Yeah, this big into that kind of stuff. We love those Aquabats.
We do.
That's so interesting. I don't know why. Why did you bring up Diet Coke,
Yeah, why?
Perry?
I like drinking Diet Coke. I hate it.
You
It
just
tastes
said you
horrible.
hate it.
I know. I don't like it. It tastes horrible, but I can't stop drinking it, guys.
Do we have any more questions off the top of our head for Michael?
I have it labeled as Yap Time.
Yeah, yap time.
I can ramble some fun facts if there's no more structured questions.
Yeah, hit
By
us.
all means.
Dude, I thought we had like. Okay, wait. So I have a question. How did the animation change from like the first season of Yo Gabba Gabba to like Yo Gabba Gabba Land?
Oh, for sure. So what's interesting about the Nick Jr. show is that it came out at this time where Flash was being adapted into television rather than traditional cell stuff. And it was sort of this thing that was being figured out at the time. And I think like in the 2010s was when that style, sort of got perfected with shows like BoJack Horseman and Rick and Morty, where like the whole show is being done in that style and there's whole pipelines that exist for it. So when I was brought on, there was 10 years of advanced technology and stuff. So the mandate that I got was the Apple TV Plus show needs to look a lot better than the Nick Jr. one, and there was nothing really more specific than just make it look really nice.
Yeah.
So I was just experimenting with a lot of things, and I took a lot of inspiration from sort of modern like I was trying to imagine like how the Yo Gabba Gabba character, the cartoons exist in the universe, because I didn't want them to feel totally slapped on like stickers or something like that. And I think the solution was to put I was sort of looking at the inspiration of video games and kind of thinking of them as NPCs. Like I was looking at Hollow Knight and mobile games, and how they sort of have like a flat character design to start with, but then they very subtly have foreshortening and depictions of volume and construction. Yeah. And so that's kind of like how we led to the Gabba Birds. And I remember getting lunch with Parker Jacobs one day, and he was like, that's the thing that makes the Apple TV Plus version a step ahead of the Nickelodeon one. And, I felt good about that. Another mission accomplished moment.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Alright, I hope you're aware that your smoke detector keeps going off.
I'm gonna ask you to edit it out. I will pay you $15. I can't afford batteries right now. I'm broke. I haven't gotten payout for my last commission yet. You need to chill, Perry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you do commissions?
No.
We're good friends.
Yeah, I am an artist.
Oh,
he's a really good artist.
What website do you use?
I just have people contact me through, I made my own website. It's hosted on NeoCities, but I just have people, like, email me. It has my website has, like, examples of my artwork, and, just the form is just like, yeah, email me, these are my prices, I'll negotiate with you. So basically just through email and Instagram DMs. I don't really use anything else.
Interesting fun fact is that there's this website called Artistry, which in my current line of work, I help run that website, and it's a commissions website for artists.
Sweet.
So that might be something worth exploring.
Oh, sweet.
Thank
Craig,
you. That's so good.
Yeah,
he did just hook me up. What the hell?
Yeah, and if you create an account, like let me know, okay? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You want to hear more random Yo Gabba Gabba facts?
Yeah, hit us.
Yes, we do.
Knock yourself out.
So during I Wonder, there's this part where in Tootie Land where Tootie sings, "When a fish swims by, is it saying hi?" And a fish swims by under the water. And, number one priority was to just make it look real and make it look like it fit the scene. And number two priority was to see if we could spice it up. And I thought it would be cool if during that line, "Is the fish saying hi?" to have the fish blink the letters HI in Morse code. And I found an online translator. And I don't remember whether I chickened out or not. I think I chickened out. Because once I did it, the fish was just blinking erratically, and I was probably like, yeah, this doesn't work. But I gave it a shot.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Comment when you listen to this audio, can you put it on screen so we can see if it happened?
Yeah, our King Comment, our editor.
Yeah, our awesome Comment. He's not here today.
Yeah.
But
and
that's a good fact, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah. And then also in that same song, the lyrics are, "When a fish swims by, is it saying hi? And how does the water know which way to go?" And my boss was like, "Hey, Michael, so here's the scene. Can you animate it, please? Let me know if you have any questions." And me just messing around was like, "Yeah, I have two questions. When a fish swims by, is it saying hi? And how does the water know which way to go?" And she was just like, "Michael, what are you talking about?" That has nothing to do with this. And I was like,
giving a riddle.
I was like, no, I'm just screwing around because those are the lyrics. And she was like, oh, yeah.
That's good.
And then there was also a running gag on production where, if you go out in the real world and explore, you can find smiley faces plastered on buildings or in Walmarts or on packaging design or something like that. And it kind of looks like the Yo Gabba Gabba faces that are on rocks and stuff. So we had this running gag called Gabbamations in real life, where we would just send each other photos of things in real life that plausibly look like they could be Yo Gabba Gabba characters. And I'll send you guys some of the photos from that because there's just a lot of funny
that would be great
imagery. That could be like a whole...
yeah, we'll put them on screen right now.
Yeah.
Right there.
I kind of want that to be a whole subreddit, kind of like r/Cosmo and
That would be so good.
Gabbamations in
We
real
might
life.
have to do this.
Lead the
We'll
charge.
put a Gabbamations channel in our Discord server.
That would be
So everyone
fantastic.
That would be so good.
build.
Yeah, we're gonna. I need to update that server.
It's a fun little community builder.
Yeah.
And then another fun fact: there was a big part of my job was having to animate mouths and animate blinks and stuff like that, and I needed to reference what Parker Jacobs draws for closed eyelids, because whenever he sent us artwork, the eyes were always open by default, so I had to sort of just take care of that myself. And so I was like, oh gee, what do I reference? And I could go through the show and just scan to find it, but I just rolled the dice on Google, and there's a page on the Yo Gabba Gabba wiki that's literally titled All Instances Where Someone Grows Eyelids on Yo Gabba Gabba. And it's a gallery, and I was like, this is exactly what I need. I love how thorough the Yo Gabba Gabba wiki is, and I referenced that for the show. So, thank you, Yo Gabba Gabba mods.
Those guys are nerds.
Yeah, but Yo Gabba Gabba fans are pretty thorough.
No, I love it. It's great to see people respond to this stuff so well, and I'm glad that people get into it, and it wasn't all for nothing.
I mean, I'll go on the wiki every once in a while to help out with pages.
Those guys are nerds.
When I look at that page, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this is just a ripoff of something that Muppet Wiki has, where it's literally just the same thing, but with every single Muppet that has their eyes closed.
It's useful.
This guy looks at the wiki.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, and this is probably gonna come off rude considering both me and Zach are adults, but were you expecting going into Yo Gabba Gabba, working on it, that a fair amount of fans, well, I guess because we're online, but a fair amount of fans that you see online would be older teenagers and adults, or was that kind of expected for you?
I don't think I thought too much about it. I think when I went to the live show, and I think people were teasing me that it was going to be a bunch of toddlers, but it was 2/3 adults, and there were a lot of parents and a lot of college students and stuff. So I mean, I think that the show is not totally limited by age, and just people who want to get into it.
100%.
I mean, I talk about it a lot.
I mean, I mean, speaking as one of those people, I'll just call it that, because for lack of a better term. For lack of a better term.
No, why did you say it like that?
For lack of a better term.
It's just that's the way you said it.
The show is like a safe space for people, because, I mean, the truth of the matter is the world is kind of a terrifying place right now, and we go to places where we feel safe and comfortable, even if it means going to places where most people wouldn't really expect, whether it be, I don't know, gardening or cooking, whatever it may be, even binging shows. And if it's a children's show, then
so be it.
That's how that person feels safe. Yeah. And Gabba is such a safe, it's such a safe show to watch. Safe show to watch.
You could be like Muno, you could get into music, do gardening like Fufor, you can get fat like Roby, you know what I'm saying?
What did you guys call me for upwards of a year?
The little green one.
The little green one?
Well, no, because Craig, you had the Roby stripes in your hair.
I should, my eyebrow has stripes in it right now, should I do it?
It's the little green one again. Little green one rises back.
I'm not gonna dye my eyebrow green.
Dye your eyebrow green. How many guys, how many subscribers for us to get Craig
No,
to
we're not doing this.
green?
Are we all done here, kids?
And
Michael.
Do we have anything else we want to... Michael, do you have anything else you would like to throw in?
Sure, I have two more stories I think I'll throw out, and there'll probably be more that come
so excited.
after. One of them is the night the show premiered. It was a weird time for me because I think my kitchen floor, there was some problem with the plumbing, and the entire floor collapsed. So my landlord had to put me in an Airbnb, and then my car broke down, and it was just a really weird time. So I was in this Airbnb, and I turned on the TV and was like, yay, the show is premiering. And it's you only get a few of those working in this industry where it's oh, the thing I'm watching is finally coming on, and the emotion that hit me that I wasn't expecting is I was terrified. It was the feeling of I did a lot of theater as a kid, and it's always freaky the moments before the show starts, and you're okay, we actually have to do this. There's no going back. Yeah. And, you know, it's funny because all the work had been done, so there was really nothing that I could control at that point, but I think I was like on the verge of shaking just because I was like, oh my god, all this stuff that's been secret for so long is finally coming out. And my roommates watched the show with me, and I was like explaining kind of what I did when the show was being made and gave commentary. And then Anderson .Paak showed up, and they were like, wait, what is Anderson .Paak doing here? And I was like, oh yeah, Anderson .Paak did the first episode of Yo Gabba. And they're like, okay, Michael, be quiet. We need to actually hear this part. So that was fun.
That's really good.
Yeah, and then
I think he was the first person to ever just like scream out, "Yes, Lord!" on Yo Gabba Gabba.
That's such a good song. We're Connected is another contender for best song. And then I think another story that I can probably end on is that I did the show remotely in Wisconsin from my childhood bedroom. After college, I had moved back in with my parents, and I was just doing the show entirely out of that on my school computer. And, you know, the show, a lot of people who worked on the show are from Los Angeles and Utah, and just, you know, I was kind of in my own little zone. And while working on the show, I like heard stories of Parker Jacobs and all the people who worked on it, and I heard like, this is what Parker thinks of your work. But sadly, we never got to actually meet on the project. And afterwards, when I moved to LA, you know, I started just DMing people, like DMing Parker and being like, oh, hey, like we've never met, but we technically worked on the show together, and this is the animations that I technically did. Would you like to meet in real life proper? And I've done that for a lot of people with Yo Gabba Gabba, and I feel like that's how I've sort of been able to extend the life of the show for me personally after having worked on it, is to sort of go out of my way to find the people who put it together and be like, what did you do? And I found that a lot of people had the same experience as me, where they had their own little island and they only did so many things. And it's nice to sort of see the Gabba family connect and learn who did what and stuff like that. So, you know, reaching out, and I mean, even this right now, I think it's really cool that you guys are reaching out. And, you know, if this is a show that means so much to you, that you have the instinct to get connected with the people who make it. That's literally what I do.
This was all Zach.
Yeah, this is literally what I did with Chalk Zone. There was a Chalk Zone webinar that I helped create back in the day because I loved Chalk Zone so much. And now, oddly enough, I'm friends with a lot of the people who made Chalk Zone. So your guys' instinct is awesome, and keep following your nose and good things will manifest.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, the fact that you're connecting with so many people is cool too. Like, remember,
It's
like
good.
just the other day, we remember like Orinthia Carter, one of the writers, had posted that like you two were hanging out. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, that was the very
Yeah,
first
we
thing
actually
met.
we interviewed Orinthia. She's awesome.
You know,
I mean,
I almost arranged it to where you two were going to be in the same episode together, but then it's like, maybe not, because like it's two different fields, but like
Fair.
It's different.
That would have been the first time we met. So, yeah.
Oh shoot.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
see?
thinking.
I told
Was
you
it me
bad
who
idea.
told you that wasn't a good idea, or was I
me.
out?
You
I'm
were-
on
you
vacation
were-
for half the year.
He is. He's at parties half the year, and then he
Not
wakes up.
parties. I work.
No, you said that's what you said.
I work. I don't party. Working merch.
Yeah, he sells
Posting
merch.
stories doesn't
in
count as work.
California. Oh no! He goes to California and he sells merch.
Okay,
And he sets the
anyway,
vamps. He's awesome.
we're gonna you shut up. I'm not a roadie, I don't tour. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much, Michael, for joining us. You
Wow.
are so much fun to talk to. Like, seriously, believe it.
Very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Any final words, any of us?
He said final words. You're gonna kill us after the interview. I'm scared.
Michael, if people wish to find you anywhere on the interwebs, where can they find you if you wish to be found?
For sure. There's a website called michaelhilliger.com. If anybody listening wants to be an aspiring artist or animator, I have a contact form, and I'm happy to dispense advice and encouragement wherever is needed. And then I also have a YouTube channel called Hilliger. I don't post there a whole lot, but there are some cartoons on there. And my friends are always urging me to post more there, so maybe one day I will. But those are the two spots.
Sweet.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. This was a really fun time.
Well, no
No problem.
dude.
Thank you so much for coming.
Everyone say the magic words.